What is up, everyone? Welcome back to Top Chill Play. Today we are answering one of the oldest questions in anime fandom. Who is the strongest, not just in their own show, across all of anime? These are the 10 main characters with power levels so absurd, so complete, so far beyond everyone around them that they changed what the word strong means in their respective universes. We are judging this on raw power, on the gap between them and everyone else, and on the impact their strength has on the story. This list is going to generate some debate. Good, let us get into it. Coming in at number 10, Ainz Ooal Gown from Overlord. A protagonist so powerful that the show had to invent entirely new problems for him because no enemy can actually threaten him. Ainz is the most powerful magic caster in his world by an absurd margin. He commands an army of supremely powerful floor guardians, each of whom could individually conquer entire nations. He sits above all of them. What makes Ainz interesting as an overpowered protagonist is his uncertainty. He was a regular office worker in his previous life. Now he runs an empire and everyone around him assumes he has a brilliant master plan. Most of the time he is making it up as he goes and it works anyway. The comedy of Ainz accidentally succeeding at everything while internally panicking is one of anime's great running jokes. But the power fantasy underneath it is completely real. When Ainz decides to end something, it ends. Ainz Ooal Gown is the overpowered protagonist played completely straight. 4 seasons and he has not broken a sweat yet. Number 9 is Koro Sensei from Assassination Classroom. The target of the assassination, also the most powerful being on the show by an enormous distance. Koro Sensei can move at Mach 20. He is essentially invulnerable to conventional weapons. He could destroy the moon, which he already partially did in the backstory. He is also the most dedicated teacher his students have ever had. The genius of Koro Sensei as a character is that his overwhelming power is never used for intimidation or conquest. It is used to protect his students and make them better. He is terrifying and completely loving at the same time. The students spend 2 seasons trying to assassinate him with increasingly creative methods. He dodges all of them, grades their attempts, and then teaches them how to do it better next time. His strength is inseparable from his kindness. Koro Sensei is one of anime's most unique overpowered characters because his power serves his students rather than himself. An unforgettable creation. Number 8 is Yoriichi Tsugikuni from Demon Slayer. Not the main character, but the most powerful human being to ever exist in the Demon Slayer universe, and it is not close. Yoriichi was born with the transparent world ability and a perfect fighting form that no one before or after him has ever replicated. He created the entire breathing technique system that every other Demon Slayer practices. Every swordsman in the story is trying to reach a fraction of what Yoriichi was. His fight against Muzan, the progenitor of all demons and the most powerful evil in the series, is one of the most jaw-dropping sequences in the anime. Yoriichi came within a single moment of killing Muzan with his bare hands. Muzan still has nightmares about him centuries later. The tragedy of Yoriichi is that the most powerful warrior in history died without completing his mission. But what he left behind, the breathing forms, changed the entire trajectory of the demon-slaying world forever. Yoriichi Tsugikuni is the ghost that haunts the entire Demon Slayer universe, the strongest who ever lived, and the standard no one can reach. Number 7 is Shigeo Kageyama, known as Mob, from Mob Psycho 100. The most powerful psychic who ever lived, and a middle schooler who just wants to get better at running. At full power, Mob can level cities. His psychic output at 100% is genuinely catastrophic, capable of defeating opponents that entire organizations of trained espers could not scratch. There is no psychic ceiling for what he can do. But Mob suppresses his power constantly because he is afraid of hurting people. The emotional percentage counter that tracks his state throughout the series is not just a narrative device, It is the show's central argument. True strength means choosing restraint. When Mob stops choosing restraint, the results are immediate and overwhelming. The animation team treats each full power sequence as an event, and every time it happens, it feels earned because of everything Mob held back to get there. Mob is the overpowered protagonist done with genuine emotional intelligence. His strength means something because of everything he chooses not to do with it. Number 6 is Naruto Uzumaki in his final form from Naruto Shippuden. The boy who started with no talent and ended as the strongest ninja who ever lived. Naruto's power ceiling keeps rising across the entire run of Shippuden. Sage Mode, Nine Tails Chakra Mode, Tailed Beast Mode, Six Paths Sage Mode. Each transformation is earned through training, sacrifice, and genuine character growth. By the end of the Fourth Great Ninja War, he is fighting on a level that redefines what the word powerful means in his universe. What separates Naruto from most overpowered protagonists is how long it took to get there. You watched every step of his growth, every failure, every moment of doubt. When he finally reaches his peak, you feel like you grew with him. The fight against Kaguya at the end of Shippuden features Naruto operating at a scale that the first episode of the original series could not have predicted. He earned every bit of that power over hundreds of episodes. Naruto's power is meaningful because of everything it cost him to reach it. One of the greatest protagonist journeys in anime history. Number 5 is Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. The strongest jujutsu sorcerer alive and a man who knows it better than anyone. Gojo's infinity technique makes him essentially untouchable. Every attack aimed at him is slowed to zero before it reaches his body. His unlimited void technique is a domain expansion that paralyzes every opponent inside it with infinite sensory information. He has never lost a fight in the entire history of the series. What makes Gojo remarkable is his personality. He is not brooding about his power, he is delighted by it. He walks through the most dangerous situations in the Jujutsu world with absolute confidence and a smile, and that confidence is completely justified. The Gojo vs Sukuna fight, when it finally happens, is the most anticipated battle in modern anime and one of the most spectacular sequences the show has ever produced. Two characters at the absolute peak of their respective abilities, and the outcome genuinely shocked the entire fandom. Gojo is the overpowered character who owns his own power completely. Watching him operate is one of the purest pleasures in modern anime. Number 4 is Saitama from One Punch Man. The entire show is built around one premise. What happens when a hero becomes so strong that nothing is a challenge anymore? Saitama can end any fight with a single punch. No exceptions. Every monster, every god-tier threat, every being that other heroes cannot even scratch, gone in one hit. His power is so complete that it has become a problem rather than a solution. The comedy of One Punch Man comes from the gap between Saitama's absurd strength and his complete inability to get any satisfaction from it. He trained to become a hero for the thrill. Now, there is no thrill. He is the strongest being alive and profoundly bored. When Saitama actually gets serious, even slightly, the results are cosmic in scale. His fight against Boros in Season 1 is the closest the show has come to showing his actual ceiling, and what we see suggests there might not be one. Saitama is the ultimate deconstruction of the overpowered protagonist. His strength is a joke and a tragedy and a spectacle all at once. Number 3 is Father from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Not the protagonist, but the most powerful being in the series and one of the greatest antagonists in anime. Father absorbed the power of God. Not a god, God. The being that exists beyond the gate of truth, that governs all alchemy, that is the source of every power in the series. Father consumed it and became something that should be impossible. At his peak, Father can suppress alchemy across an entire country. He absorbs energy attacks, redirects matter, and operates on a scale that makes the military might of Amestris completely irrelevant. He is the ceiling of the entire power system. The reason Father's defeat is so satisfying is that it does not come from someone being stronger. It comes from the combined human effort of every character in the story, acting together, refusing to accept what he represents. You cannot beat him with power. You beat him with everything power cannot buy. Father is the strongest villain in Brotherhood, and his defeat is the most thematically complete moment in the series. Absolute power undone by everything it discarded. Number 2 is Goku from Dragon Ball Z, the character who defined what an overpowered anime protagonist looks like for the entire history of the medium. Before Goku, anime protagonists got stronger through training and determination. Goku invented the template. Every Saiyan transformation, every power level reveal, every moment where a character becomes strong enough to destroy a planet and then gets surpassed by someone stronger, that is Goku's legacy. Super Saiyan Goku against Frieza on Namek is one of the most iconic power reveals in entertainment history. Not just anime, entertainment. That moment defined a generation, and the template it established is still being used 30 years later. Dragon Ball Z created the entire language of anime power scaling. Every conversation about which character is stronger than which other character traces back to the framework this show built. Goku is not just a strong character. He is the reason the conversation exists. Goku is the origin point. Every overpowered anime protagonist that exists owes something to what Dragon Ball Z built. And the number 1 anime with the strongest main character is Frieren, Beyond Journey's End. This pick will surprise people. Let me explain exactly why it is correct. Frieren has been alive for over 1,000 years. In that time, she has collected every spell she could find, defeated demon kings, and solved magical problems that no living mage can even understand. The mages around her operate in centuries. She operates in millennia. The Frieren vs. Aura fight is the cleanest demonstration of what overwhelming power looks like when it belongs to someone ancient. Aura has a technique that forces opponents to submit to her will based on whose magic is stronger. She activates it against Frieren. Frieren explains calmly that she has spent 100 years hiding her true magical output specifically to lure demons like Aura into using exactly this technique. Then she wins instantly. The gap was never close. What makes Frieren the most compelling overpowered protagonist in anime is context. Her strength is not a power fantasy. It is the accumulated weight of everything she has lived through. Every spell she knows, someone taught her. Every demon she has defeated tried to kill someone she cared about. Her power is her history, and her history is grief. Frieren is the strongest main character in anime right now, not just in raw power but in depth. 1,000 years of living compressed into every quiet, devastating moment. And that is our top 10 anime with the strongest main characters ever. Do you agree with the number 1? Who did we leave off that should have been here? Drop it in the comments. The power level debate starts now. If this video got you fired up, hit the like button and subscribe to Top Chill Play for weekly anime rankings. I will see you in the next one.